Hey, what's going on, everybody? Kellen here, and I just had to do a quick little thing, talk about this, how the Army uses esports and Twitch to recruit. And it was a good piece. It's kind of like a series, and Dexter Thomas, you guys, if you don't know his name, he's the brother with the high top, whatnot, who speaks multiple Asian languages and English as well. And he does a good job reporting, so nothing on him, but the fact that people are upset that the military, because not just the Army, the Navy was doing the same thing, um, using esports and Twitch to market themselves and then recruit. You guys tell me, I don't see a problem with that because, one, anybody who is seriously thinking about the military hopefully has done their homework, talked to veterans, talked to other people. Yes, your recruiter 9 times out of 10, if not 10 out of 10, is going to lie or mislead or leave some things out. Like they're recruiters. It's like a salesperson. Are they there to tell you all the negatives? No, it's just like a relationship. You're gonna put your best foot forward and keep pushing. So I don't see what the problem is. I want you guys to give me the opinion in the comments, and and let's talk about it for further videos, maybe a fire chat, because it almost seems like they're trying to say the military, if you get in there, is not a good option. There are many people right now who don't have jobs or who have very low paying jobs and need to be in the military. And I know people are going to say, man, you don't know what those people make. I know exactly what they make. I remember being in college and hanging out with someone on base. And she told me, like, she's getting like $1,200 a month. She was in like a college dorm room thing. Same thing I was in, few years prior until I moved off campus. And she is able to eat on base and do all type of things on base. And when you are 18, 19, 20, still trying to figure it out, and maybe even older, I think that's a pretty good deal. She was in the Air Force out there in Shreveport. But what is the problem with them trying to market to people? You know how many people are hurting and need a job? Some of you right now need to go to a recruiter and beg them to get in. And let me tell you, I tried to get in. I couldn't pass the ASVAT. There were certain parts due to the dyslexia that I found out a decade after all that, if not more. So I needed to have like maybe some more time. But I do terrible in those standardized testing. People say, how did you finish with a master's? It's because I was able to tap in to my superpower, high verbal fluency, and being extremely nosy. And when I really want to do something, I can. But you give me some ASVAT test that looks like the LSAT, that looks like the SAT. It's like my brain just, I don't want to be here, boom. Call it selfishness, call it whatever you want, but I'm just telling you what the official diagnosis was and why, if I take those tests now, I need some special time. And you may too, whether you're going to med school, law school, whatnot, whatever. I just don't see a problem in the way they're recruiting. So, it's not like if they didn't do this, recruiters still weren't going to lie to you or mislead you or not tell you the ugly, especially. Forget the good and the bad. They're just not going to tell you the ugly. And then they were talking, when you go through this, like the different ways the military has recruited since they don't draft. Now let them have to draft again. You guys are going to be crying, oh, why is my baby? It's only the poor. Well, it's not only the poor in the military. I know people that go to Ivy League schools, and they still go to the military because, for their career. It may help. I've seen people on Shark Tank, and Ivy League schools not get deals or get deals, because I've seen a couple and they were in the military, Army at that, like really in Iraq or Afghanistan. So I don't, of course your blue bloods aren't gonna just be going to the military like that, because they have options, and when you have money you have options. But I don't think the military is a bad thing. In this household, My wife was considering it, but she wasn't trying to take no orders like that. She wanted to come in as a general, but that's a story for a different day. Like, hold on, with this education, I should be able to come in. But that the military is for certain people, and I have great people who love their time in the military and wanted to serve their country, whether it be Hey, Tejada, what's going on? He was in the Navy. He's still in the Navy. He loves the Navy. Gonna retire. Captain or Lieutenant Steins. I know he loved the military when we were in college. I mean, I know so many people who loved the military in their time. And of course, you're gonna have those people who hated it, and everybody else is to blame for their decision. You know what I mean? But I know, Mr. Moultrie, he loved his time in the military, whatnot, and would still be in. The other Tejada served two different branches in the military. Like, there are people who love the military and love giving back. I don't see the problem, especially if you're struggling, because I remember what it was to be struggling, trying to figure it out. Don't want to be on your mama's couch. Don't want to go home after school. You got to figure out, what are you going to do to make it happen, Captain? And the military is an option for many. And it's funny that, like, when Prince Harry or someone like that joins the British military, it's honorable. But when your child has to go, and you may be poor or middle class, it's a good option. It'll feed you. It'll teach you something. Especially if your parents weren't able to put you and give you a step up to help you go to college, but maybe you didn't even want to go to college. You know what I mean? Like, that's not for everybody. Maybe it's teaching you the trade that you need. So I don't think, like, oh, the military. Let's not vilify the military. Applaud the military, the service. More people need to serve to be humble. And also, other people need to serve so they're not beggars or thieves out there. There's so many thieves out there that need to be in the military, parachuted, like some Cobra Commander into the desert, because they're not good so far for anything in their life except crime or begging. You should be running to the military saying, I can do something. And, everyone, again, can't get in the military. I told my own story. They're like, oh, well, you can come back and get a tutor. But I was like, I kind of did this because out of fear. Then I found something else to get into, many a jobs before I became an entrepreneur and was able to, make it work. But I like to put the real, man. We had real struggles, and there are real struggles in life, and the military can help solve those problems. So don't vilify. I don't see any problem with this. You tell me what your thoughts are in the comments, and if you want to, say, hey, let's talk this one out. Like I say, fire chat, Zoom, whatever. But man, salute to all the military folks out there. I think to be a politician, they need to make that a boost and almost a requirement, because at least, if you get more military people serving, they know what they had to go through and how this the divided states of America, is getting even more divided, and we need to get closer and closer and understand, if we're divided, this whole thing collapses.